What's up, everybody? Beastly Gamer here. Welcome to the channel. We are at the end of 2015, and what a great year it's been. Lots of games have been released. Lots of games have been played. I've spent untold hours playing video games this year, and I gotta say I love it. Now, when you compare 2015 to 2014, to me, there's no comparison. I think this year has been a phenomenal year of AAA titles, exclusives for all consoles, and god damn it, it's been an awesome time. Unfortunately, and a lot of you guys are going to hate me for this, there were so many games that come out this year, I didn't have the opportunity to beat some of the bigger and top tier releases of the year. It was like this, my time is restricted. I'm a dad, I have a full-time career, and when a great game comes out, I start playing it. And right then, another great game comes out, and I want to play it. So I put this one down to try a new one, and then I start liking that one, and another new one comes out, and that's kind of been my jumping from leap pad to leap pad all year. And I've only had the opportunity to finish a few of these games all year. So my game of the year might not dictate the best of this entire list, because I have very limited experience with some of these games. Some of these games I haven't even booted up, unfortunately. But I'm going to give you guys my list of games that I actually bought in 2015. And I'm going to tell you guys the ones that I beat and the game that I picked for Game of the Year. So, Final Fantasy VII, the PC port for PS4. That game, I bought it a few days ago. It was announced at PSX. I bought Fallout 4 on PS4. I got Destiny the Taken King, Elder Scrolls Online, Black Ops 3, Oregon Trail for PS4, Bloodborne, Rocket League. I didn't pay for this game, but I had to mention it. It was so fun. It's by far my favorite PSN game of all time. I've never played one of my free games as much as I played Rocket League, and it definitely deserves accolades. The game is incredibly fun, very addicting, and when you can actually pull off these crazy stunts, you feel like a super badass. So continuing on, I got Evolve on PS4, Resident Evil, the remake of the remake, Battlefield Hardline on Xbox One, The Order 1886, The Witcher 3, Dying Light, the Nathan Drake Collection, Until Dawn, Batman Arkham Knight. Now let me say this, and it breaks my heart to even say it. I never even tried it. I sat idly by and beat Until Dawn while my wife beat Batman Arkham Knight. And she tells me it's awesome, and she keeps telling me to play it, and I still haven't done it because I'm playing other things, and it makes me sad, but this is my life right now. State of Decay, I got that on Xbox One. Mortal Kombat X on Xbox One. God of War 3, the remaster on PS4. Final Fantasy X and X-2 on PS4. Super Smash Bros. U on my Wii U. I think that might be one of two games I bought on the Wii U all year. Halo Master Chief Collection with my Xbox One. Ori and the Blind Forest. Titanfall. And I know Titanfall didn't come out this year, but I bought it this year just to play it because I got my Xbox One this year. And Dead Rising 3. Games I also bought that came out last year, but I bought them this year, which kind of killed my time, was Shadows of Mordor, which I never even played, never even started it. And Dragon Age Inquisition, which I've gotten in probably about 3 hours of that game. And so, of all these games, which it equates 27 games, I've only beat. And don't hate me for this, guys. I'm not a bad guy. I'm truly a gamer. My time was so restricted. I beat 4 games. 4 all year. And I know you guys are like, holy, come on, Beastly. 4 games. That's the only thing I could get out of me all year. My time is just so... I don't have the time I had as a kid, and I apologize for it. So the games that I beat are Until Dawn, which I probably should have beat something else. I just wanted to have that cinematic experience. I heard a lot about the game. I'm really into these role-playing movie type of experiences. I really, really enjoyed Heavy Rain. Beyond Two Souls is an okay experience, but Heavy Rain really was awesome for me. I beat Dying Light side by side with my wife, and I really, really enjoyed that world. It just really opened up once you get that grappling hook and you were able to pull off some crazy stunts, and the feeling of running from these frantic infected and they run up building. It was a zombie lover's dream. That's all I can say about that game. I'm a zombie lover. I love the old Romero stuff. I even love stuff like the Dawn of the Dead remake is one of my favorites. Zombie, the genre, is something that really intrigues me and scares the hell out of me. And this is the first game, besides maybe the original Resident Evil and stuff, that I felt that this was an impending thing that was terrifying, and I felt it up close and personal in that game. The third game that I beat, well, not in the third order, but the third of the 4, is The Order 1886. This is another one of those situations where I probably should have played something else. The hype from this game, the way the game looked, the visual aesthetic really pulled me in, and I had to try to play it and beat it, and I did. And after I did my review, I kind of looked back at it, and I was like, it doesn't really deserve the rating that I gave it. I didn't rate it. I recommended it. But after, you know, a lot of deliberate thought on my review and the experience I had, I can't recommend that game. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Maybe a rental, and that was that. And the last game is Bloodborne. And I beat that with my wife. I put 70 or 80 hours in on that game. Spent a hell of a long time playing it, and I really, really enjoyed it. And so these are the 4 that I've had the most time in. I've seen them all the way through to the end. I know what the entire experience encompasses. So for me, I feel like I have a better opportunity to judge my game of the year based on a game that I've completed. Now, I spent quite a few hours playing Fallout 4. I love Fallout 4. It's very similar to Fallout 3. Does it push the envelope? I don't think it necessarily pushes it as much as maybe it could have. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love the stories. I love the side stories, the characters, the whole dynamic of what the game is. It's really amazing. But have I had that moment yet that maybe I had in some of these other games? Probably not. I love Super Smash Brothers. I don't play it nearly as much as I used to. And it definitely is a great fighter, but is it game of the year? Probably not. I spent a lot of time playing Destiny the Taken King this year. I don't know if it constitutes a game of the year type of ruling. I had a lot of fun with it, especially when I was with my friends, but it kind of died down for me. I kind of stepped back, especially as some of these other games came out. Rocket League, an awesome game. And if any PSN game was viable to be game of the year, it would definitely be Rocket League. The only thing is, Rocket League doesn't have, you know what you're getting. You're going to get this experience, and that's it. There's not going to be anything else. And so it would be like nominating Madden or something for Game of the Year. You really can't nominate a game like that for Game of the Year. And so of these games that I played, the game that stuck out to me as a seminal experience that I didn't feel any other time this year, that for me it was a special experience. It felt like every time I conquered a pivotal boss or enemy, I felt a true feeling of accomplishment. I felt like, wow, I just did something amazing. I want to sit back and revel in this feeling. I conquered something meaningful. The games that I beat this year, Until Dawn was a pretty decent game. Dying Light was an awesome game. I loved it. The Order 1886 was a letdown, to say the least. And my game of the year is Bloodborne on PlayStation 4. It's a PS4 exclusive. I never got into the Demon Souls or Dark Souls types of games. I bought them when they first came out, kind of like how I buy all these games. And when I put it in my PS3, I was like, this is hard as hell. What are people talking about? What do people like about this? And so I immediately went to something else that was easier and more forgiving. Bloodborne started out like that for me. And I think I spent 45 minutes to an hour just in the first section of the game before I even got to the boss, trying to survive. And I constantly died over and over and over again. And my wife was next to me on her PS4. We were dying back to back over and over and over again. And I told her, let's stick with it. She told me, okay, we'd stick with it. And after a few hours, we were actually killing enemies and figuring out strategies. Getting to that first boss and beating him was a moment. It was a moment unlike another moment I've had in gaming this year. When you finally figure out the moves, the whole paradigm shift that takes place in your mind. When you figure out what an enemy is about to do and you're able to counter it, move out of the way, shoot them to, kind of get them stunned and do a devastating attack. The game was awesome. The story was told throughout the game. It just didn't lay out the story for you. As you progress through this world of Yharnam, the story kind of presents itself to you, and it's a really creepy, crazy tale of who you are, who you're going to be, and basically it's the circle of life. You start at a certain point, you end almost right where you started at, and it's really an incredible, incredible game. I love Dying Light. I think it was a great game, but it's more of a sandbox world where you just go and have fun, run around, shoot zombies, hit them in the head with axes, zip line out of there, and have a ball. I enjoyed it. The story for me was kind of forgettable. The characters were slightly forgettable. And that's the way I felt about the game. Do I play it? Sure. I love Dying Light. I play it whenever it's installed on my PS4. But for the most part, of those two games, I would definitely pick Bloodborne. Bloodborne's my game of the year 2015. Let me know in the comments what your game of the year was. It may not be one of my 4. You guys may have beat other games. You may have beat Fallout 4. You may have beat The Witcher. Let me know if that's your game of the year pick. My wife picked The Witcher 3, and it's a game I probably put 7 or 8 hours in. So let me know in the comments what yours was. I'm pretty sure it might be different from mine. But I'm sticking with Bloodborne. It's the game that I completed and I really enjoyed. And up until now, I still haven't had that feeling of wow. That feeling of amazement after beating any boss in any game this year. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, give a thumbs up and show support of the channel. If you're new to the channel, now's your chance to subscribe. I'm the Beastly Gamer, and I'll see you guys next time.